Birds of Prey is soaring to new heights. Just before its release this Friday, director Cathy Yan's Birds of Prey and the fantabulous emancipation of one Harley Quinn is earning rave reviews from critics, whose responses have been officially recorded on Rotten Tomatoes. And it's become clear that critics truly enjoyed their time with Harley Quinn and her gang of misfits. As of Thursday, February 6th, Birds of Prey holds an excellent 89% approval rating on the review aggregator site. With Academy Award nominee Margot Robbie leading Birds of Prey as Harley, the role she first played in 2016 Suicide Squad, the film puts the colorful criminal's narrative firmly in her own hands, telling the story of Harley's alliance with several other powerful women to save a young woman named Cassandra Cain from the wicked Black Mask and his psychotic sidekick Victor Zsasz. Joining Harley to form the Birds of Prey gang are Huntress, Renee Montoya, and Black Canary. As one of the most anticipated films of the first half of 2020 and another entry into the female superhero canon, Birds of Prey is seemingly set to follow in the footsteps of critical successes like fellow DCEU flick Wonder Woman and the MCU's Captain Marvel, which is certainly encouraging as comic book studios start to create more diverse stories for all types of fans. And according to Rotten Tomatoes, those fans are over the moon. The general critical consensus of Birds of Prey so far seems to be that above all else, the movie is just plain old fun. Over at Time Out, Helen O'Hara opened her review by saying the, quote, story is scrappy, weird, and ultimately fun as hell. She went on to conclude, Birds of Prey isn't interested in hitting all the usual superhero movie beats. It works because we haven't seen this story 1,000 times before, and because it leaves behind the grim, dark posturing of Suicide Squad. It's nice to see a Joker who doesn't take herself too seriously. Meanwhile, Culture Whisper's Ella Kemp wrote, Birds of Prey fizzes with madness, violence, and blistering fun. Harley Quinn has always been an agent of chaos, which is why her and the Joker were so well suited, and her standalone film lets this madness run wild from the off. Owen Gleiberman of Variety praised director Cathy Yan for her keen eye and good taste in music. He wrote, directing her first studio feature, Cathy Yan keeps it all hurtling along with impeccable ferocity. Her action scenes have a deftly detonating visual spaciousness, capped by crowd-pleasing moments like the one where Harley, brandishing a baseball bat, ricochets it off the ground with perfect slow-mo timing. And Yan sprinkles just the right songs through what feels like a music video comic book jamboree, one that effectively taps into timely undercurrents of feminine rage.
I love this chick. She's got rage issues. I don't have rage issues!
Writing for IndieWire, Kate Erbland argued that while the film is perhaps a little too ambitious, it works in the end, noting that the film marks, quote, a necessary reinvention that adds dimension and depth to one of the DC Expanded Universe's most distinctive characters. She added, it may not be the promised total emancipation, at least not yet, but it is fantabulous in its own way. Obviously, Birds of Prey enjoyed largely positive reviews upon its release, but some critics weren't completely crazy about Harley's wild ride. John DeFore of The Hollywood Reporter accused the film of following all the rules it claims to break. He wrote, those hoping for a Deadpool-like fusion of mayhem and wit should lower their expectations. Harley may be known for her unpredictability, but Birds plays by action movie rules. Over at Vulture, Alison Willmore said the film provides, quote, mixed results, as it, quote, attempts to pry Harley away from the dysfunctional relationship that has defined her, and let her fly free with her own sparkle and shattered limb-filled adventure. She continued, if the results are mixed, it's because the movie devotes more thought to putting distance between itself and Suicide Squad than to imagining what an independent version of the character is actually like. Willmore wrapped up her review by describing Harley Quinn as a, quote, character too beloved to be abandoned and too confounding to be solved. However, the harshest Birds of Prey review thus far seems to be from the San Francisco Chronicle's Mick LaSalle, who didn't mince any words. His take? Birds of Prey is more than horrible. It should not exist. Money should never have been raised for it. The screenplay should never have been filmed. Margot Robbie shouldn't have produced it. She certainly shouldn't have starred in it. It's just a terrible thing to inflict on audiences who, after all, didn't hurt anyone and just hope to have a nice time.
You know, psychologically speaking, vengeance rarely brings the catharsis we hope for. Yeah.
After all, it's encouraging that this female-led film is packing a punch, especially after this iteration of Harley Quinn made her debut in the largely mediocre Suicide Squad. With most critics praising the film and just a handful shooting it down, it seems like Birds of Prey will fly high upon its release. But as always, fans will need to form their own opinions when the film opens in theaters on Friday, February 7th. Check out one of our newest videos right here. Plus, even more Looper videos about your favorite movies and TV shows are coming soon. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the bell so you don't miss a single one.